Alright everybody, welcome into the mosh pit. We're going to be playing a game called Cyberbang 2069. I'll give you a little bit of information about this weird game that somebody sent me a link to. Cyberbang 2069, this is the explicit edition. Free unofficial fan project made with express permission from and not endorsed by CD Projekt Red. Dive into an interactive role-playing visual novel to try and win the heart of Arasaka's deadliest cyber ninja, Sandayu Oda. I believe that's how you say that. Available to download right now because I downloaded it. It also contains demos where you can romance Goro, Johnny Silverhand, and Victor Vector. I'm not sure if they're going to add more in the future or how long this is going to last, but we're going to play this one, which is the first story. And then maybe check out the demos after that, but we'll see how it goes and get back into this. So I have no idea what it's going to be like other than it's going to be a visual novel of some type. So let's get in there. So we can play Oda. We try to do this, or you can do these little one chapter deals for these demos. Let's do this. Options highlighted in blue may have minor impact to the game, and you may roll them back to explore your other options. Huh, rolling back, huh? Options highlighted in yellow have major impact and cannot be rolled back. Choose wisely. Alright. Create your V. These options cannot be changed later. Okay. What's your name? Shouldn't it just be V? V, how about venereal? How about that? How do I go forward? Enter? There we go. I am. Let's say man. We'll go with man. I was. Assigned male at birth. Yeah, sure. My background is... I wonder if this actually makes a difference rather than the CyberPunk game where it really didn't. Let's go with Nomad. The color of my skin is, let's go with tan. Not too pale. I don't want to blind anybody. I fight with, I'll say quick hacks. There we go. The rematch prologue. Night City 2077. Arasaka Dashi Parade. I like that they grabbed some music from Cyberpunk. Oda? Oda, please. Oda, please. I barely managed to let out a whisper. Wake up, please, Oda. No, this isn't happening. He isn't breathing. My hands trembled, my entire body exhausted from our battle. Oda! I felt my throat dry and my heart beat hard in my chest. This wasn't supposed to happen. I never meant for this to end up this way. His helmet. Fuck. I quickly started to feel the sides and the back of the helmet for a button to switch anything to take the damn thing off. It's fucking helmet. After finding a button and quick press, the helmet loosened around his neck with a short hiss. Psst. My hands shook as I took it off and threw it to the side with a loud clank. I lowered myself and started to perform CPR. Come on, Oda, come on! I pressed on his chest at a fast pace, praying that he would breathe again. Why? Why didn't you kill me? I recalled the earlier events of our fight. He had every opportunity to kill me. He could have offed me with that last strike. Do his duty to protect Hanako. Yet he did not. His strike wasn't meant to kill me. I let my reflexes take over and counterattacked, wounding him badly. I was about to give up. Oda suddenly took a deep breath. Coughed weakly, his lungs filling with air again. Glassy eyes opened to gaze at the ceiling, his breathing slow and steady. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding in. You're okay, Oda. Slow, deep breaths. I sighed with relief. Whew. He's okay. He's breathing again. The sound of my voice, glacier wide eyes, met my own. They were still unfocused as they bore into me. Oda. His hand slowly reached up and rested on the top of mine. He was warm to the touch, his fingers slightly moving as if he was caressing my hand. He doesn't look angry or sad, yet there's a look in his eyes I can't figure out. I could lose myself in them. I glanced at his lips for a moment. I don't know really where they're at with this. I mean... You'll be alright. You'll survive. I took his hand off mine and placed it carefully on his chest. I have to go. Arasaka's going to be here any minute now. I stood up and scanned him one last time, nodding when it indicated that he's stable now. I glanced at him for a second longer before leaving the building. Chapter 1. 3 days after the parade. I woke up feeling in low spirits and my head spinning. 3 days had passed since the parade and my wounds hadn't fully healed. I sat down on the edge of my bed, groaning and wiping the sleep out of my eyes. The bomb in my head keeps ticking. But at least there's no Arasaka soldiers gunning after me anymore, thanks to Hanako Arasaka. Takamura's plan, as much as it sounded like an elaborate seppuku ritual, worked. I got Hanako to listen to my confession. Now neither of us have to be on the run anymore. Johnny's been really quiet. Is that bastard really leaving me alone for once? It was surprisingly kind of him to give me space to recover, knowing what a pain in the ass he can be sometimes. Let's brush my teeth first, we just woke up. How is Oda doing after all that? I turned on the water and leaned on the counter to mindlessly brush my teeth. Is he alright? Takamura informed me over the phone that he survived, but I couldn't help but wonder about him. I groaned and shook my head. This is my fault. Like Takamura said, he might not be able to recover from his failure to kill me. But even if he said he would kill me, he didn't. And I didn't know why he gave me the chance to counter his attack. Take a shower. I undressed and stepped into the shower. I sighed. The hot water relaxing my muscles right away. Looking at the scratches on my arms, I let my mind wander to the events that happened 3 days ago. The fact that I survived my encounter with Oda was still a miracle to me. Right then and there, he had the chance to finish me. Yet, he let his guard down for a second. The question still lingered in my mind. Why did he let me survive? After that day at the docks with Takamura when I met him for the first time, I couldn't stop thinking about how he looked at me. When I gazed into his blue eyes, it felt like I've known him for a long time. The amount of curiosity I had was overwhelming. Duty. He supposedly did it for duty. All the duty. Took an oath and failed. Takamura told me to spare him and I did, but not because he asked. I just didn't want him to die. I sat down for a while, convinced that I was crazy and had gone completely gonk. Yet the urge to meet him and see those eyes once more crashed into every thought I had. This is a stupid idea, but... Don't be a gonk. Johnny? Saka dog wouldn't give a second thought to flatline you. Oh, for fuck's sake, Johnny. There you are. Here I was thinking you were willing to give me some time to think this through in peace. You think I'm gonna help you get sliced? Fuck no, go ahead, be my guest. I kicked his ass pretty bad. He won't do anything stupid. I just want to clear the air. I'm just worried about him. Worried? You've gone batshit crazy. Thanks, asshole. Now shut up. Gladly. Pop an Omega blocker so I don't have to suffer through all this dumb shit you'll do. Thought you'd never ask. I grabbed the blue bottle from my table, placed a pill on my tongue, gulping as fast as I could. I rubbed my forehead, waiting until Johnny quieted inside my head. I felt much better, my head lighter now that my uninvited guest shut up. I lingered where I stood, thinking again about visiting Oda. Maybe I can have a little chat with him, clear up the air. Let him know there are no hard feelings. Is it necessary? I squinted my eyes as I thought it through for a couple of minutes. Yes, There's really only one way to see if he's okay. Fuck it. I cursed under my breath as I walked towards the closet. I put on my favorite threads, wanting to look nice when I saw him again. I glanced at my pistol on the table inside my stash room. Having it on me wouldn't hurt. I'll take it just in case. I should bring Oda something too. Guys can bring each other gifts, right? That's not weird. It's the right thing to do. Chocolate. Yummy. Will he like chocolate? Maybe dark chocolate. I guess it suits him. He doesn't like chocolate. I checked my pockets one last time to see if I was missing anything before I went. I turned off the lamp and the TV. I also took my bottle of Omega blockers, in case Johnny being grumpy again later. Before I left, I glanced at my desk and saw a condom. I don't need it. Maybe I'll visit a Joy Toy on the way back home. Yeah, just in case. Always be protected. One condom. There we go. Yeah, that sounds nice. Get some drinks at the bar. Maybe find someone to spend the night with. I took it, slipped it inside my pocket, made my way out of the apartment. Safety first, kids. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I need to call Takamura. Gotta ask where Oda's being treated. I cursed and took out my phone to dial Takamura's number. That's cool. It's got the inside of the car from the Nomad, because the Nomad car had this little bobblehead in it in the regular game. It's pretty cool. Takamura here, V. Yeah, hey Goro, any idea which hospital Oda is being held at? Why do you ask? I think I ought to pay him a visit. I do not think it would be wise, V. Your noble soldiers are still on your tail. I know, but please, Goro, I need to talk to him, I promise. I'm gonna play nice. That's a terrible Takamura accent, by the way. I apologize ahead of time. I'm no gonk, just trust me, okay? After an uncomfortable silence on his part, I figured I'd drop it. Alright then, Goro. I won't. I'll just, V, wait. After a long sigh, Takamura continued. Alright. He's at an Arasaka facility in Charter Hill. I will contact Hanako-sama and inform her of your arrival. She'll grant you access to visit Oda. Please be careful. Do not do anything reckless, unless you plan to have Arasaka gun after you again. Thank you, Goro. I really appreciate it. Anything for you, V. Be careful. Please stay safe. I started to think about the gift I'll give Oda, the chocolate. The most important thing is he might be a picky eater, just like Takamura. I could almost hear his voice in my head. NC's got the worst food on earth, yada yada. Those two would throw my usual plastic food out the window. Gotta pick carefully. Charter Hill must have some expensive A+ grade stuff, right? I should go there on my way. I stopped by the most expensive, luxurious chocolatier in Charter Hill. I wonder if I'm about to find the most expensive chocolate in all of Night City here. I went inside bewildered at the amount of selections. It's a lot of balls. I hummed to myself. It's gotta be real chocolate. The melt in your mouth kind of balls. It's surely gonna cost me a month's rent, maybe even 2. For chocolate? Fuck that. Just go buy a Reese's. Jeez. My eyes stopped on a fancy box, the lid slightly propped open, to see rows of chocolates inside. I couldn't take my eyes off the beautiful bow on the top of the box. Premium what? I let out a silent gasp as I took a step closer. Premium Alpens Chocolade from Switzerland. Swiss chocolate. I remember seeing an ad on TV about how Swiss chocolate is the best and most popular among the elites. I actually like German chocolate a little bit better than Swiss chocolate. I don't know. I'm kind of a chocolate snob. Yes, this'll do. I glanced around and asked the clerk to wrap it up nicely for me. At least I got to burn my eddies on something nice, right? Went back to my car and placed the gift on the passenger seat. Image BG car 1 not found. Rip. There's a little problem here. It's very dark in my car. I need to turn that light on above the dash. Got in the driver's seat and glanced over at the gift I picked for Oda. Maybe it's too much. I touched the red ribbon that was wrapped around the present. Just keep this vision of what I'm reading in your mind's eye, people. No, this is fine. I almost killed him after all. I shrugged and turned on the engine to ride to my destination. I'm finally here, standing outside Arasaka Hospital and gift in hand. Despite my nerves, I stood tall and stepped through the doors. As soon as I was in the lobby, I made my way straight to the receptionist. A woman with golden, full-body chrome greeted me. Full-body chrome body. Wow, check that out. Gold chrome. Welcome to the Arasaka Hospital. What can I do for you today? Hi. Can't tell you my name, but I'm here on behalf of Hanako Arasaka. Here to see a friend. Sandayu Oda. The receptionist looked at me for a moment. I let my hand slip on the grip of my gun, purely by instinct. Yes, we've been waiting for your arrival. He's located in room 45A. You're granted access to the elevator. It's just down the hall to your right. I sighed in relief, stepped inside the elevator. Couldn't ignore the steady increase in my heartbeat as I closed in on my destination. I stood outside of his door. Here I am. Nothing to lose now, I guess. Except maybe my head. Hello, Oda? Can I come in? Who's there? It's me, V. I just wanted to talk. I heard something fall like shattered glass. Did he just hurt himself? I didn't wait for his permission and immediately stepped into the room. I saw Oda sitting on the bed. My eyes shifted to the broken flower vase on the floor. You. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Why are you here? He sounded mad, his voice coming out in a hiss. Hey, Oda, I just wanted to see you. I walked toward him carefully, fearing he might lunge at me. He gritted his teeth. For what? Further embarrassment of my own failure? No, it's nothing like that. Please, Oda, I just want to... Here, I bought you chocolates. I could feel my hands trembling as I showed my gift to him. It's a dick in a box. Got my dick in a box, girl. Oda immediately slapped the gift from my hand. Hey, those are Swiss chocolates, dude. Don't wreck the chocolates. It fell on the floor with a thud. My eyes widened. Leave! I do not need your pity. I don't have to act like a child, huh? I'm not. I just really wanted to talk. Sadness and disappointment filled my lungs and heart. I felt like I was suffocating. What the fuck? I immediately bent down, sighing in relief that the chocolate pieces didn't scatter around the floor and were still inside the box. Last thing you want is chocolate from a floor of a hospital. Should still be edible. Yet my heart started to ache. I should have known this would happen. I could feel the tears pooling near the corners of my eyes. God, are you really crying right now? Oda didn't say anything, and I stayed quiet. My hand still trembled as I put a gift on the desk near him. I'm here, Oda. Just to let you know, I didn't spare you out of pity or because Goro said I should spare you. I wanted you to live so I could see you again. I could hear my voice crack. How embarrassing. I barely managed to speak anymore. Next time we meet, I hope you think better of me, Oda. I hope you get better. No blinkies. Oh, what's going on? Oh. His hands clenched hard, nails digging deep into the flesh. Well, that's my sign to go. See ya! I turned and walked out the door, leaving him behind. A short while later, I sat down and asked Claire for my favorite drink. The day was pretty depressing. I couldn't stop thinking about what I did earlier at the hospital. I almost cried, and I thought Oda might have noticed. I groaned at the thought. Ugh. You could have controlled your emotions, V. Hey, cute guy, like you really here all by yourself? Wait, hey, cute guy, like you really here all by yourself? Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a handsome tan guy leaning near me, smiling widely. Need some company? Hello. I gulped my drink, finishing it before smiling back at the stranger. Yeah, I could definitely use some company. Spent the whole night with a cute guy, realizing I lost my condom somewhere. I can't find it. I glanced at my watch as I finally made my way home. The time read 1 a.m. Maybe I should sleep. I had a headache that whole evening. The Omega Blocker's effect was starting to fade. I walked to my bed, lying down, and checked the messages once again in case I missed anything. I was halfway asleep when I heard my phone ringing. Who the fuck is calling me so late? It was Takamura. Goro, hi. Oh no, that's me. Goro, hi.
B.
What's up? How are you, Goro?
I've been better, Well, I'm calling to ask you the same.
You mean if my head is still attached to my neck? Still is, yeah.
I'm glad. I hope he's not being hard on you.
Hard on. I'm a 5-year-old. He was, but I'm just glad he's alive.
You're bold. I admire that.
Thank you. I wish he'd let me explain more.
I'm sorry that I cannot help you.
It's not your fault, Goro.
I'll go now. Take care, V.
You too, Goro. Good night. How do you say goodnight in Japanese? I don't know. Put down my phone and closed my eyes. I forced my eyes closed, willing myself to sleep, yet my mind still wandered. Finally, after an hour of tossing in my bed, I finally fell asleep. Finally, twice in one sentence. Need some editing. Chapter Dotes. My phone rang in the early morning. I groaned in annoyance. The sun was barely even rising yet. What kind of asshole calls this early, for fuck's sake? Someone better be dying or it's a fixer with a Big Eddie job. I feel a sudden excruciating pain in my head when I move. I barely open my eyes, they're too heavy. Who the fuck are you calling me this early? Goro, if this is you, I'll find and make you regret this. I wanted to scream at them, but in the early morning grog, my voice came out hoarse and weak. It is me. I immediately opened my eyes, widely as I recognized the voice. Can't be him. I'm hallucinating. Must be. With disbelief, I cracked my eyelid to see his blue eyes staring at me. My jaw dropped. Oda? Meet me today at the hospital. And that's it. He hung up the phone and left me in shock with a stupid look on my face. I slowly lifted myself up, still in disbelief. I don't understand. Why ask to meet me? He was so mad last time we spoke. Is he gonna kick my ass? I began to pick at my nails nervously. No, that doesn't sound right. He's still hurting in the hospital. How would he even do that? Get your shit together, Venereal. I wasn't even sure why I agreed. Oda has no reason to accept my apologies. I have no reason to go back. But some part of me feels drawn to him, some kind of curious fire that was sparked from the very first time I saw him. I grimaced at the realization. I had no idea he even liked guys, but after he called me a toy boy during our fight, I was certain he at least knew about me. I have to make sure I don't look like a total gonk. I shook myself. Whatever the reason, I was grateful that at least now I could try and apologize properly to him. I crawled out of my bed, my irritation for the rude awakening dissipating as my curiosity took over. My stomach growled, so I started to look for breakfast. Are you fucking kidding me, V? Ugh, what now? My unwanted passenger appeared behind me, looking grumpy as usual. I don't want to do this. Wait, I don't want this to go any further. It was obvious that Johnny was talking about Oda. Just look at you, all bothered over some corpo dog. Where does he get the audacity to give me a hard time about this, of all people? I just want clarity. Both of you don't need anything. Wait, both of you don't need to explain anything. He lost, you won, the end. And I can't at least try and make things right? I'm saying it's worthless to try. Loyal guard dog like him is probably waiting to sock a sword behind the door to chop your pretty head off. Yeah, he was really starting to piss me off. I stood kicking an empty beer can around the room. Why would I do that? That's rich coming from you. Haven't you been begging me to run around Night City to clean up your fuck-ups with Rogue and Carrie? How are you more worthy of making things right?
That's different and you know it.
Is it, Johnny? Really?
Forget this. You never listen to me anyway. Pop it. Omega Block.
Have your way, asshole. I took the Omega Blocker from the drawer, popping it in my mouth and washing it down with lukewarm can of Nicola. I gagged the giant pill, going down hard with a sludge of cheap drink. Hard to get something giant down your throat. A moment later. What now? I grabbed my phone, tapping it awake to see it was Misty calling. I smiled a bit after so many weird things happening this morning. I was grateful for a friend. Hey Misty, what's up? Hi Venereal, nothing. I just wanted to see how you were doing. Just peachy, Misty. Is that so? Well, I also wanted to let you know that Vic wants you to meet him when you can. Sure. I have time before I die alone somewhere. Venereal. I felt a bit guilt for lashing out at Misty. I knew it was, I was being unfair. Okay, I'm sorry. That was too dark. I'll find some time. I'm trying, I promise. Alright, I believe you, Venereal. You can do this, I know it. Thanks, Misty. Hey, while you're here, I need your advice on something. Always here for you, Venereal. What's up? I'm going to visit someone in the hospital. I want to bring him something, but I don't know what. Yesterday I brought him a gift, but he yelled at me. I hurt him, like, a lot. So I guess it's understandable. He wants me to come back. I have no idea why. I guess he changed his mind. What's weird is, I want to go. Want to see him again. I don't know what's wrong with me. What does your heart say? I scoffed at the question. My heart? I don't know. I've got no clue, Misty. I don't know if it's the chip or if I'm just turning into some lovesick gonk. Or maybe he's poisoning me or something. Wouldn't put it below him. I guess. Well, here's a second chance. You should take these feelings as a sign. What should I do? Well, what kind of person is he? What do you think he'd like? Maybe my head, I don't know. He wants some head. Venereal. Seriously, I really don't know. You have any ideas? I don't know, Venereal. Have you thought about just something simple? Flowers? Flowers? But he's a guy, a scary guy. Even men can like soft things sometimes. Big scary ones too, like Jackie. Jackie. Oh, I really miss him. Misty, I really miss him. Me too, Venereal. I might be going to see him at the columbarium this afternoon. Talk to him a little. Let me know if you'd like to come with me soon. That's nice of you. I guess I should get used to this. I'll join him sooner than later. Of course, anything for a friend. I'll see you later. Take care, Venereal. Man, when Jackie died in the game, spoilers, in the very beginning of Cyberpunk, I was just like, what the fuck? Dude! I stopped again by Charter Hill, this time in search of a florist. I was ready to spend thousands of eddies again. Flowers are really rare. This might be the only florist in Night City. I stopped myself right outside the door, reluctant to go in. I'll probably look ridiculous trying to shop here. But Misty gave me a good suggestion, and I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. And a lot to think about, and about these feelings. Fuck, look at me getting all Shakespeare, making me want to throw up. Or wait, I might actually throw up. I staggered to the side of the building, propped myself up with my hand, and hung my head below my shoulders. I panted as the relic malfunction message popped up in my vision. Another alarm from my ticking time bomb. Relic malfunction. Thankfully, due to the Omega Blocker I took earlier, it was a short episode. I swallowed hard, smoothing down my clothes before turning back to the door, groaning. I willed myself to go inside. My mind was wandering as I ran my hand over the delicate petals of the flowers in the store. May I help you? Oh, hi, sorry. I don't really know about flowers. Do you have anything good for a person in the hospital? That's no problem. For someone in recovery, I would suggest daisies or peonies. He might want my peonies. Peonies are nice. I don't know if they suit him, but it was the florist's suggestion. Might be better to play it safe. I'll take this one, wrapped in blue or black, whichever looks better. The florist looked at me in horror at my suggestion of black. He took the peonies with him and wrapped them in a pretty shade of light blue. The flowers were expensive, but I had plenty of eddies in my account and my time was ticking down. Might as well splurge. I arrived once again at the hospital. Stood in front of his room like a fool with peonies in my hand. Had my peonies in my hand. Wrapped in blue. Just go in, give him the flowers, clear the air in Delta. I knocked on the door a couple of times. This is V. Can I come in? Fine. He sounds mad already. I cracked an awkward smile at him. He was sitting down on his bed, putting aside his tablet on his desk. He didn't say anything. Hi. Can I sit? Oda gave me a single curt nod. I slowly walked to the chair near his bed. So I brought you flowers. Please don't throw them again. I will not. Thank you, I guess. Botan? He seemed unimpressed, but pleased by the gesture at least. Thank you, I appreciate it. He touched the petals gently before taking the flowers from my hands, putting them aside on his desk. He stared at them for a moment, seeming to be lost in thought. Thank you for asking me to meet again. I am not doing this for you. Oh. I kicked myself for feeling disappointed. I don't know what I expected. So, Goro persuaded you? Yes. You should thank him later. I knew how desperate you were. I think desperate is a bit much, bruh. Sorry for yesterday. I didn't warn you. Well, I'm here now. What do you want? I didn't understand. Oda asked to meet me, but now he's acting like I came here with something to say. He said he did it for Goro. Did he say something? Fuck, why are we so awkward? Well, I can't just stand here like a gonk. Gotta think of something to say. My eyes fell on the chocolates I gave Oda yesterday. They were sitting off to the side, still wrapped in the pretty package. I was surprised that they were not thrown away. Oh, the chocolate that I bought. Still have it. Would you eat it? I mean, will you eat it? Do you even eat sweets? We are not here for... I looked at the chocolate and realized I haven't eaten since that morning. My stomach growled. Ugh, I hope Oda didn't hear that. So... Keep quiet and just try... I'm not going to ask him to eat the chocolates. Oda eyed the box of chocolates, not moving. Why don't you have some? Why? Hoping that I'd share? You that hungry? My stomach growled. Yeah, I suppose I am hungry. I heard that. What? That weird noise. Here. It is fine. He picked up the box and tore the wrapper off, setting them aside and handing me the box of chocolates. They look so delicious inside the box. Are you sure? Yes, take some. You look like you're about to eat your own damn hand. Felt my face get a bit hot. Took a chocolate from the box. Ah, expensive organic chocolate. It's simply melting inside my mouth. I let myself smile, feeling a rare bit of happiness in my belly. Much better than lukewarm wontons or suspicious pizza. Not to mention it was sweet of him to share. I didn't expect that. Thank you, Oda. Yeah. Let's continue. So to be honest, I don't know why I'm here. Huh? But I did want to talk to you about something. Then speak. It's about the day at the parade. Oda doesn't seem surprised, but he lifted his eyebrows up, perplexed to hear me finally address the elephant in the room. You already know the result. What else is there to talk about? Yes, but you know it's not true. I didn't beat you, not really. Oda's eyes darkened. He lowered his head, his gaze piercing through me. You lived. You got what you wanted. Hanako-sama gave you her offer. What else do you need? His tone was deep, intimidating. I understand well why I respect Oda so much. He's the strongest man I've ever fought, and he lost. A man of discipline and focus. Goro's best apprentice, Hanako Arasaka's bodyguard. Did I really win against this guy? I feel like I'm losing my memories of it now. You spared me, Oda, which is why I spared you in return. But I haven't been able to stop asking myself why. Of all people, especially that night, why spare me? I didn't feel right to kill you after that. And I did not save you just because Takamura told me to spare you. I never wanted to fight you in the first place. You do not have to explain yourself. He took a deep breath, clearly irritated with me in this conversation. I do not understand you. So, do I owe you, or Takamura-san? No, Suddenly the floor opened, ending our conversation. Oh, the door opened, not the floor. Why did the floor open? Trap door opened and I fell into a pit. No. Mr. Sandayo Oda. Oda and I immediately looked back to the door, back to the doctor and nurse who stood by the door. Oda sighed. I couldn't tell if it was out of annoyance or relief. Yes. Let's do our daily examination. Oda nodded and stood up from his bed. Should I stay or should I give him his privacy? I'll be outside. Oda glanced at me once more before I left his room. Better let the doctor examine him without any distraction. I sighed and walked toward the open window in the corridor. I don't think I'd ever call Night City beautiful, but it sure was a cream view up here. I wasn't surprised. Fancy hospitals like this probably think of all the details. Scratching my head, I pondered over what had just happened. He's such a little shit, but at least he's been patient enough to meet me. I guess I can appreciate that. Probably takes a lot to put his pride aside. I was waiting for a while, leaning on the frame of the window. Watching the cars zip by and the boats float along the river was peaceful this high up. I heard the door open behind me, taking me out of my thoughts. The doctor and the nurse left, both of them nodding to me. Seems like they're done examining Oda. I nodded back and turned the handle of the door to go back into the room. Oh, Oda was in his tight boxers, still in the process of changing into his clothes. Sorry, do you want me to go? It's fine. Give me a moment. I stood outside the door, awkwardly waiting for him to emerge from the room. How's, everything? How's, everything? How's your things? Not that you have a thing, or that I'm looking at your thing. So. I'll be out of the day after tomorrow and be ready for duty. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. He gave me a sharp nod and began to walk. Follow me. Where are we going? Just for a walk. I assume you're interested in coming with. Oh, yes, I am. We walked through the corridor. I was a couple steps behind Oda, studying him. I ran my eyes all along his strong back, all the way to his neck cybernetics, and his flowing hair. Quit oogling him, Venereal. We arrived at the hospital garden. The sun shone through his glass above and made beautiful reflections of light below. It was peaceful and quiet here. I felt my shoulders relax a bit, just being in the space. Let's see, how can you look so much better in 3 days? You don't owe me anything, I hope you know. Why did you spare me? I'm gonna do this one. You don't owe me anything, I hope you know. He took a long breath, looking at the glass intently. No, I owe both of you and Takamura-san. I don't want you to owe me anything. It's not for you to decide. Is this that honor bullshit again? His eye twitched with irritation, but he nodded. You put it crudely, but I suppose you could say so. This is a burden for me to bear. If you want to uphold this act, or whatever you're doing to somehow make me feel better, let me have this. Why'd you spare me? You hesitated. Why? That doesn't seem like you. That is because I did not. Is this really a topic of conversation we need to keep having? Oda hissed. I was pushing him too much. Clearly started to bother him. It gave me an opening. You don't make a mistake. There's no way. You're way too good for that. Oda stood really tall in front of me. Blue eyes stared deep inside my soul. You are so stubborn. Did I not make myself clear? Well, you're not being honest with me. If we're just going to fuck around, mince words, then why am I here? Oda stopped under a tree. He looked away, taking his time to answer me, hands crossed on his chest. That is a great question, Merc. Why are you here? He paused, his silence pressuring me to answer, but didn't say anything. He let out a long sigh, rolling his shoulders uncomfortably before continuing. I knew you were not hitting me with lethal attacks. You did not mean to kill me in the first place. And I did not kill you because you are a worthy opponent. His gaze traveled back to mine, tilting his head slightly so I could see both his eyes clearly. It was a foolish thought, but think that maybe someday I would be able to fight you once more. That is what kept you alive. My mouth dropped open. It was actually the best compliment I ever received. Couldn't help but feel pride to hear him say those words. I know I'm the best. You're gonna be... so you're gonna to be mad at me forever then? No. You're a worthy opponent too. Oh, how about tomorrow? Our rematch. The rematch. Nearly a demonic grin crawled on his face. I've never seen him smile like that before. It was chilling. Almost made me want to take my words back. Gotta take the power back. Oh God, he really does want to kick my ass. Yes, perfect. I would not reject a sparring, especially against you. Sparring seems a loose word for that crazy look he just had on his face. If I win again, you owe me. If I lose, then there you go. I was just lucky and you owe me nothing. I smiled back to him, feigning full confidence in my abilities. Fighting him once more, the thought was terrifying, yet I couldn't shake the thought that it was going to be the most fun I've had in a while. If anything, we both could learn from each other. It's an opportunity I shouldn't pass up. And no, I still owe you, whatever the sparring results would be. I groaned, rubbing my forehead. He sure was persistent with this honor crap. It was making me uncomfortable. I didn't want him to feel like this. Oh, for fuck's sake, Oda. Sometimes the shit that comes out of your mouth makes me wish we never see each other again. Wish the same. Because I really do not want to kill you. Oh God, why is my heart beating so hard right now? My brain shouldn't go there right now. He respects me. I'm sure he was just excited to fight me. No other intention. Part of me knew I was full of shit. That it wasn't worth fighting myself. I was suddenly keenly aware. I was blushing. And that he was looking right at me. It won't be easy to kill me, ninja boy. I don't want to kill you either. I'll not find another one of me. Oda scoffed and held in his laugh with one hand. We shall see. 8 a.m. There's a gym nearby with a space to spar. Don't be late. I do not like waiting. That one I can't promise. Oda looked at me one more time before turning to retreat to his room, not looking back. I grinned, nearly punching the air a bit. The idea that Oda saw me as a fighter worthy of sparring was flattering enough, and getting to see him yet again tomorrow was exciting. After I left the hospital, I climbed in my car and set off to see Vic. I figured if there was anything I could do right now for him or Misty, it was give them peace of mind that I was still kicking. For now, anyway. Later at Vic's, I sat quietly while he poked and prodded, hemming and hawing in all sorts of ways while he looked at me. The prognosis was the same as before, Muriel, the merc with the ticking time bomb. My heart was heavy as I made my way out to Misty's Esoterica. Hey, Muriel. Hey, Misty. How'd it go with your friend? It went strangely. It was okay, though, I think. He wants to see me again tomorrow. That sounds like a good sign. I shrugged. What did you end up bringing him? My peonies. Peonies, a suggestion of the florist. They were kind of boring, but pretty. I think he appreciated them well enough. That sounds perfectly lovely, Venereal. I'm sure he appreciated it. You're going to see him again tomorrow, hmm? Yeah, I guess. I felt myself smile a bit, almost involuntarily. The thought of getting to be around him again was exciting me, as silly as I felt admitting it. Are you in love with him, Venereal? Love? Maybe? Think so? Too soon. I mean, I just met him like a couple days ago. Impossible. I spluttered, my face going red at the question. He was about to kill me a second before, but he looked at me so gently, almost like he... Instant realization, pushing my hair away from my face and locking eyes with Misty. Don't push this away, Venereal. This is so rare and special. I'm sure you know that. Fuck, not this, Misty. The thing about fate, Venereal, is that it still happens whether you believe it or not. Believe what you want to believe, just don't let go. You want me to spread some cards for you? Nah, I'm alright. Don't spread it for me, Misty. Let me know if you need my help. I'm always here for you. See you, Misty. Thanks again. Anytime, Venereal. Hang in there, okay? I'll try. There we go. Alright, well, I think that's enough for one video. Hopefully you enjoyed this little walkthrough. We're at chapter 3 now, so the next video is going to be chapter 3, maybe chapter 4. These chapters are a little longer than I thought, so this first video is a little long. Maybe I'll just do one chapter at a time from here on out. There's 6 total chapters, and then there's 1 chapter each of the demos. So if I enjoy the 6 chapters, maybe I'll put out videos of the demos as well. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see the demo chapters or not, and what you're thinking about this playthrough and this goopy-ass Cyberbang game. And I will see you in the next video.